Who's more passionate about their vehicles, Germans or Americans? Do they express their passion in the same way? What are some of the notable differences in car ownership? And what does your car say about you? As an American living in Germany, I wanted to get some answers to these questions. So I turned to Charlie Felder, an American working with cars in Berlin, Mika Hahn, a German car collector and manager of Classic Remise in Dusseldorf, and Marcus Keller, also a German car collector and a major Cadillac fan. Charlie, who's the prouder car owner, Americans or Germans? We'll get to his answer later, but first, Charlie is also an American living in Berlin for over 20 years. His business is cars, so he understands both perspectives very well.
In the States, you can pimp, we call it pimping our rides.
Right.
You can pimp your rides with lighting under the vehicle. You've got lowriders in California, hydraulic systems where the cars bounce. This is a part of their character, this is part of their style, their lifestyle, and it's very American.
Let's talk about the size of these cars. Why are American cars so big?
Well, Americans, they drive great distances, and you need a car that's going to carry your things. You know, if you have 3 kids, you've got football practice, soccer practice, baseball practice.
Like my friend Lisa, who needs her big SUV for all of those reasons.
Hi guys, Lisa out here over in Kentucky, and you guys, love my car. I love the fact that I can seat 7 people, that I can get places safely, and have tons of room for children and friends and all the sports items.
But my German friend Nicholas, who lives in Berlin, also loves his big car. He's a DJ and says he needs it to haul around all of his equipment.
I was always laughing about American cars because they are so simply done, until I found out that exactly this simpleness makes it trustful and going far.
So for him, who's the prouder car owner, Germans or Americans?
I'm afraid Germans. In Germany, you can easily go by public traffic normally, but each and every German needs a fancy car to show up towards his neighbors.
One of those fancy car owners is collector Marcus Keller, who has a passion for Cadillacs. So how did this come about?
First of all, my classic Cadillac got me into the history of the brand, which is awesome. They had automatic dimming headlights, they had cruise control, they had automatic heating adjustments, all kinds of stuff that the German car industry invented like 30 years later.
Why are you such a huge Cadillac fan?
You know, I work in the classic car business. To be honest, I need a car to stand out. So if you have a BMW, if you have a Mercedes, if you have an Audi, you're always in a draw. With a Cadillac, it kind of symbolizes this guy is nuts.
For me personally, owning a big American car in Germany is too expensive and not very practical, and low maintenance is key for me. Actually, this car that I have now, my little black Mini, is a replacement for my beautiful black Mazda SUV, which was stolen. Talk about heartbreak. But I got this car afterwards because in a big city like Berlin, this is the best vehicle to have to find a parking spot. I turn now to my next expert, Mika Hahn, for more insight. He's center manager of Classic Remise in Dusseldorf. It's a hub for classic and luxury car sales. In your experience, how are Germans regarding their cars?
I think Germans are proud about their cars because the Germans invented the car.
Yes, in fact, Germans did invent the modern automobile. Carl Benz is credited with building the first Benz patent Motorwagen in 1885. Over 20 years later, the Model T was introduced by American inventor Henry Ford, making cars affordable and accessible to the masses.
Germans are more into speed. They're more into 0 to 100 in 3 seconds.
Which I also experienced when I went over 200 kilometers per hour for my report about the German Autobahn.
Anyway, that's 120 now. The fun is over.
Germany has a lot of regulations. For example, a lowrider would not be accepted on a public road in Germany. They can't put lighting under their vehicles. No, there's a lot of limitations. So basically, they invest a lot in tuning as far as performance is concerned.
All right, let's talk about gas prices today. Does this play a role in the kind of cars the Germans drive?
On one side, yes, but on the other side, no, because we've seen an increase in fuel prices in Germany, but people don't drive slower. So driving is a part of freedom. Germany, it's the only country in Europe that doesn't have a speed limit on the Autobahn. And if you take this away, it's like taking away a part of their freedom.
Now it's time for a little car psychology to find out what a car might say about its owner. What does this truck say about someone?
I think it's a strong character. There, this is hippie flower power time. Yeah, this is high class, enjoying the life. Porsche 911, a true German legend.
And this one?
This reminds me of Timo Mäkinen, who drove the real Mini Cooper on the Rally Monte Carlo.
And what does it mean for a German to own a Mercedes?
Well, it used to be a status symbol. And that declined, I think, in the 80s and 90s when they built smaller models, like the 190 and then the A-Class, B-Class. So, of course, they lost a bit of the status.
But for Americans, to own a Mercedes means something completely different.
Well, for Americans, it means that you've made it. You've arrived. You're successful.
And my friend Jen, a small business owner, can confirm that.
Hi, my name is Jen, and I'm from Florida, and this is Felicia, my Mercedes, which I absolutely love for so many reasons, including she rides so smooth. She has amazing lights inside that change as you customize her. The interior is absolutely gorgeous, and not only is it 2-row, but there's a magical 3-row in the back, and storage is phenomenal for the ladies who like to go to the store without their husbands and bring some surprise things home.
So, who's the prouder car owner? It's actually a tough call. Personally, I prefer to have a German car when I'm in Germany because I like cars that perform well on the road. And when I'm in the US, then do as the Americans do. What does your car say about you? Auf Wiedersehen.